Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. And welcome everyone to the Ronimo Streamisho, where we'll be talking about Awesomenauts today.
Yeah, obviously. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, but let's do introductions first.
Who are you?
I'm Koen. I am an animator who works at Ronimo Games. And who are you?
I am Joost. I am a programmer who works at Ronimo Games. And we both work on...
Awesomenauts.
Yes.
Which
you
we'll be
remember.
talking about. Alright, cool.
Last time I asked Koen what he works on, he didn't know. So I had to check whether he remembered this time.
That's true, that's true. I actually even know specifically what I'm talking about, what I'm working on right now, rather than just like general stuff, because there's like such a... Yeah, I know, right? Behind the computer we have Robin,
Hello.
who is the producer, and we'll be talking about some new stuff. We'll be revealing something really cool, I feel, which some of you might have already seen in-game by flying something invisible. And
It will no longer be invisible.
yeah, that's true. And we will be talking about what is coming up in the next few weeks. Because in 2 weeks, Awesomenauts is going free to play.
Free to play!
Which is crazy. I still think there's like, ever since the 4.0 launch, it's just like, I still have trouble just like understanding what that means. I'm super...
Sleeping.
that too. I also have trouble sleeping. But it's really exciting. I think it's going to be really good for the game. Like, it's going to bring in a lot of new players, which is just going to make matchmaking better. It's going to make the gameplay better. It's going to make everything better, in my opinion. And because of that, we've also like been able to work on all of these really cool new features for people to experience like some nice progression again, right? We've seen a lot of people go for medals, and I've seen a lot of people like carry all sorts of crazy portraits with them. I've seen tier 3 drop pods in game already, which I think is insane. It's super exciting. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. It fixes a lot of issues in the game. Like progression was in the past, progression was slow and boring, and the prestige system was frustrating.
Yeah.
And all of that has been replaced by much better systems, and they're also much more flexible. So we can add stuff to them, we can tweak them, we can make them better.
Mm. And on top of that, the players who already played don't lose anything. They keep their character progression, they keep the characters that they have, and those that bought both of our expansions will be ending up with every character ever for free, which is a pretty sweet deal if you'd ask me.
Yes. Yeah, and even if you hadn't unlocked all the characters or all the items yet, then all the characters you had a right to before, you have them unlocked right away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really good. So, also, if by any chance you haven't bought all of our skins yet, we will actually be doing a new type of raffle every week. Like, every week the Streamisho has a raffle, right? But we used to give out 3 batches of 5 keys, just the game keys, and a Roboscoop for one of those 5 winners. But of course, with Awesomenauts going free to play, and there already being several places where you can actually pick up some Awesomenauts beta keys, like which gets you into the game without, they're like the free keys that we gave out. We decided to actually go for DLC instead. So Joost and I selected a couple. First, we have Joost's favorite Coco skin. Is it your favorite Coco skin? I believe so. Which is Wicked Coco.
Yes.
I selected my favorite skin, which is Bumble Gnaw. So I apologize beforehand for all the extra gnaws that will be in the game with their amazing buzzing and cutesy fly noises.
So when Koen plays any game, he's always a troll. If a game has opportunities to troll, then he'll always abuse them.
Maybe a little. Maybe a little.
So I think the reason Koen likes Bumble Gnaw so much is that the buzzing sound is really annoying. So he chooses the character just to annoy other people, I think.
I don't play Gnaw that often, but if I do play Bumble Gnaw, I have to admit, yeah.
It's also a really cute skin, though.
Yeah, exactly. But we don't have only skins. We also have a amazing Wraith Lord announcer for some of the winners. And the way that we're doing it, Robin, correct me if I'm wrong, is we're going to, every 5 minutes, we're going to raffle out one of the 5...
Every 15 minutes.
No.
Every 15 minutes, we're going to be raffling out...
one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
So we raffle out... in one round, we raffle out 5 Wicked Coco skins. And then in the next round, we raffle out 5 Bumble and Awe skins.
And at the end, the 5 Wraith Lord announcers.
Yes, and every round there's also one winner of a Roboscoop skin, which is the very exclusive skin.
Yeah.
And there's a new top prize, which is much more exciting than any of the others, which is that I will choose one of the 5 names
I forgot about
from
this.
the list. And I will sing a horrible little song about that name. It will be very short and it will be horrible. So,
but it's going to be worth it. It's fine. It'll be fine. Once Robin started the timer, you should see it on the bottom left side of the screen, which is here. Here, my hand just disappeared. Yeah, exactly. And then we can move on and go to the news.
yes, so the game is going free to play in a couple of weeks, and in the period until that time, we're giving a lot of people access to beta keys already. So that we can test out the flow for new players.
Mm-hmm.
New players will experience the free-to-play game in a different way than existing players, because existing players have all these characters unlocked already. So we also need new players to test that and to get feedback on that, see how it goes.
Yeah.
If you want to get beta keys, and if you don't already own the game, you can head over to MMO Play right now.
Mm-hmm.
And sign up to get keys. I don't know whether everyone will get keys, but we'll be sending out keys to some of the people who sign up, or a lot of the people who sign up.
I think one of the first 1,000 players that redeem one at MMO Play get one. And you can also sign up on our website, and we're handing out a couple thousand keys a day there as well.
Okay, so either our website or MMO Play for now. And I also know that there's going to be, as time progresses, there's going to be more outlets that will be supplying these types of raffles. So just keep an eye out on the general gamey newsy things, and you can just sign up your friends or your loved ones or whatever, and have them participate in Astronauts.
Or your goldfish. Or your goldfish.
Or a goldfish. If
you
your
always wanted
goldfish
a key
has
for your
opposable
goldfish.
thumbs, and he can probably play Pretty Wicked Voltar. All he has to do, just put his ball on the shoot button or something. I don't know. It'll probably work. It's fine. All right. With that out of the way, we've gathered some feedback with regards to the existing players that were already there, that already have all the characters. And we felt that because we think you've already participated so heavily in the game, you've been so invested, and you've given us great feedback, and you're a wonderful community overall. We would like to give you a little extra, aside from the emblem, the medal. Sorry, use the right words. And aside from the profile, portrait.
Use the right words.
Sad.
So we have an additional award for existing players. And let's have a look at it.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Roll the tape. And now nobody can hear anything.
I think
Boom!
Ooh,
it's
a drop-off!
It doesn't even have any sound. But yeah,
it will have sound in-game, though.
Yeah, obviously.
It will sound something like...
The sound was committed 10 minutes ago. But it's a new drop pod. It's going to be a... it's called the... What's it called? Falling Closet?
Mark II Falling Closet.
Yeah, there you go. It's a tier 2 for the base drop pod, so the drop pod that everybody starts out with. And I think it looks pretty snazzy. It's been given a cool intro animation. Has these nice little air glidey wing things. I think they're pretty awesome. And so everybody who's a founder is going to automatically have this drop pod unlocked for them to use whenever they want to. So as you can see, also the Armory page has an updated piece of art on the drop pod itself. And if you go into the Armory page, you'll see that the like the skin arty thing looks like this. So that's where you'll be able to find it. For those who aren't founders, however, not all is lost.
Yeah, it's not an exclusive, so others can also unlock it. But like the other drop pods, it will take a lot of awesome points and drop pod points. So
Correct.
you'll need to grind for quite a while to get this one. But if you're an existing player, you're getting it right away. Or well, you're getting it on Monday or Tuesday. If you're a founder, that's it. All right.
Yeah.
On Monday or Tuesday, depending on when this update launches, it has this content.
Right. Correct.
So we're doing, which ties into, we're doing a update on Monday or Tuesday, which is 4.0.3. And it contains a lot of tweaks and fixes to a lot of different things. It's basically, it's not a full-fledged patch with a lot of new content and things like that, but it does have the new drop pod. It has fixes for a bunch of rare crashes, fixes for all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah.
An overhauled new launcher. And we'll also be having some changes to the scoreboard in that update.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have an image yet. Olivier is still working on it.
We do have the launcher, though.
We do have the launcher. We'll show that in a moment. So, yeah, we've been reading all your feedback on the scoreboard, and we're working on improving it. And
yeah, definitely. And not just
I hope
on
you'll
the
like it.
Yeah, I've taken a quick peek, and I think it's a lot better already. So
Yeah, definitely.
I'm pretty confident that people will enjoy it. But yeah, but it's not just feedback on the scoreboard, of course. Like, we've also taken feedback on you guys on like the progression and the medals and all that stuff, and we'll be taking a look at it over the next couple of months, basically. But for now, this is what's like coming on the short term. Like, these are the changes that are coming. Well, really, really soon, basically.
Yeah. So that will be the last major update we do before we go free to play, or at least it should be. There's 1.5 weeks left after that, in which we might do some more hot fixes if really important problems pop up. And one of those we will definitely be doing, which is that we're making some changes to how the servers work so that we can scale up to free to play.
Oh yeah.
The current Galactron servers are not ready yet for large numbers of players, but they almost are. And somewhere in the next week we'll also do a game update that doesn't change anything noticeable, but it changes how many people Galactron can handle at the same time.
Right. So if you get an update and you don't really see anything change, that's because it's one of those, right?
Yes. It's an entirely under the hood update. If we do it correctly, then you won't notice a thing. But it's really important that we do it before we go free to play, and that we test this out. If there are problems with it, then we'll fix them as soon as possible. We'll be observing that a lot. And then after free to play, there will be patch update 4.1. Now, we haven't talked yet about what will be in update 4.1, and we're not going to talk about the details right now either.
You're such a tease. All right.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm such a tease. But what I can say is that update 4.1 will be a real balance update. So we'll have a lot of balance tweaks. Right. And Davey is looking for feedback on that right now. Davey is a game designer at Ronimo.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have an opinion on what should be changed regarding balance in update 4.1, then please go to the balance subforum, post it there. Davey reads practically all of it. He may not reply to all of it, but he reads practically all of it. So he'll take into account any suggestions made there.
And now definitely is the time, right? Because we're already we're working pretty far ahead. Yeah, exactly. And the earlier this balance feedback gets taken in by Dave, the earlier we can test it and stuff, and the higher the chances of your feedback actually being implemented, or your feedback being processed before the next update hit, before 4.1 hits.
Yes. So yeah, be sure to post your feedback in the next week or so. And be sure to reply to what other people are saying. If someone has a balance suggestion that you think absolutely sucks, then do say so in a polite manner and give arguments on why.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll try to process all of that.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what's coming up. I mean, we're gonna be really excited.
So, Robin, do you have an image of the new launcher?
I do.
Robin does.
Oh my God! Here it goes.
Oh.
No, I really love this.
Yeah, I do.
It's fun.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are we ready?
Give it a countdown.
3,
2,
1.
Bam!
Transform! All right, that's great. So it's bigger.
And it's prettier.
and it's prettier,
And that's it.
and it does the same thing. But
It's not true, Joost. It's not the exact same thing.
no, exactly. It also it only the idea is that it only shows up once, right?
Yeah, for starting patch 4.0.3, the launcher will only pop up if either the game didn't work or it's the very first time that you're playing. So you shouldn't be seeing it all the time anymore.
Exactly. That's a really big improvement, I feel.
Yeah, it's a really nice quality of life change.
Yeah, exactly. And we've just, taken a couple extra bits and bobs and made it look a bit prettier. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. This is
And
it.
if you really need to have the launcher for some reason, then you can still start it by
There's just a
clicking it on
launcher
your hard
exe
disk.
thing, isn't there?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. All right. All right. Well, with that out of the way, let's move on. Let's go to the guide contest.
The guide contest.
So it's been going on for a while now, and I have seen
Just
some.
a week. It's been a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, there
Yes.
have been some amazing guides already, though. I've seen, I've clicked through a couple of them, and they're incredibly extensive when it comes to, what's in them and how detailed they are. There are people who do stuff on, map awareness and stuff, where they actually, show you where to look when you're in a certain position.
Yeah, with images,
Bizarre.
images and schemes and all kinds of things. It's really awesome to see how quickly these are coming in, and they're really useful because they're
Yeah.
geared to new players, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
For some of them, I'm wondering whether some people are aiming to write an entire book. They're that big, but a lot of the content is really good. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, we have noticed, we love all of the guides, and we think you should keep going. We have noticed that there aren't a lot of, more niche-y guide things. There's only one, I think, on how to spend awesome points, or, what to do with awesome points. So if you're looking into, squeezing yourself into the guide contests, that might be a pretty cool angle to take on, a more original guide, basically, instead of, going for the popular vote, going for, the niche but really useful.
Yeah,
vote.
if you're going to write a general guide now, then you'll be facing a lot of competition because
Yeah,
there's
for
a
sure.
bunch of those already.
And really good
if you
ones.
take a smaller topic and do that really well, then
Yeah.
you'll be the only one on that topic or one of the few. So that might be more useful.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, having said that, it doesn't mean that another more general guide is not a good thing. In fact, we would love to see more of all of them, but we're just saying
Yes.
if you want to min-max your competition, as it were, we can totally recommend just maybe looking into the niche things.
And please do check out the existing the guides that have been submitted and upvote the ones that you like, because we'll be deciding the winner based on upvotes, right?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. So
You
so-
will be deciding.
oh yeah,
The
you will be
community-
deciding the winner based on your upvotes.
We're not going to do any upvoting. All right.
Well, I know that during the map contest, I upvoted all the entrants. So I did do upvoting.
Okay, good. I haven't upvoted guides yet. It feels kind of weird to do it or something, but I do have my favorites for sure. I think quite a few of them are really, really exceptionally well written and just really well explained, to the point where I start using them myself.
Might learn a thing or two. Yeah, right.
Oh wow, we're right on time. It's raffle tight.
Raffle tight.
Raffle site. You guys carry on. Raffle.
All right, sounds good.
Windows just tried to update, so I was like, what do I click?
No, that's fine. Let's
How do I not do this?
Okay, so Robin is trying to figure out who the winners are,
While we're doing
we'll
that-
let you know once that's clear.
we can go to the workshop submission, one of the workshop submissions that we'd like to highlight real quick for people to take a look at, which is the it's called Ribbit 5, and it's an enormous map visually based on the original Ribbit after it was mined dry or something, I believe. I can't remember the exact backstory.
Could you turn off the music thingy?
Did I turn it off? I'll turn it off, sorry.
It's off. Okay, thanks.
It's off now, man.
Why are you going to the settings all the time, Kun?
I don't know. I keep clicking this. I'm terrible.
It's not off.
It's not off.
Nope. Now it's
I don't
off.
know. I killed it. Don't worry. All right. So now we can actually take a look. So I'm going to go into edit mode here because that way it's easier to just show off the entire map basically, and we'll just do a quick walkthrough.
Which map is this?
This
This
is
is the-
Ribbit 5.
Ribbit 5 map. Yeah, this is so the map contest has ended already, so this is just a normal workshop submission.
Yeah, for sure.
And lots of cool maps are popping up in the workshop. And this is one of them, and this is one that we particularly liked. It's like a gigantic version of Ribbit with a lot of hide areas and much more lanes. It has 6 towers per side instead of the normal 4.
Exactly. And it also has like some really cool features like hidden shops and stuff. The map is made by someone called Gnarly Man, so thanks a lot for, putting so much time into it. Like, we played right before the Streamisho real quick, and like we were super impressed by like all these tiny details, like having this animated critter here that like pops away when you get too close and stuff. It's really, really impressive. I was super
Can you stand on the head of the robot?
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. So that's another really cool thing. He did a lot of cool stuff with like buttons. Where if you like, or areas, I guess is the way you do it. But if I stand on this robot's head,
he'll close his eyes because you're standing on his head. These kinds of small details. It's really nice.
It's really nice, yeah. And his jaw is actually a moving platform, as you can see. I know. I think these things are like super, super cool. Like really well done. The map is enormous, though. As you can see, I'm now in the bottom lane. But getting up there, if I were to have to, usually walk all the way up, it would be pretty, hard. I'd have to platform all the way onto these glass platforms and then go further up. But of course, there are, just like in the regular Ribbit, there's like shortcuts. So if I go up here, you'll see that I actually end up in a neutral shop. The way that that this was done was by like having 2 shops on top of each other, I believe, so that so that both blue and red can stand here and like shop and buy upgrades instead of always having to go back to the base, which I think is pretty awesome.
Yeah, so this map actually reminds me of some of the ideas we had really early on when we started developing Astronauts. The maps for the first version of Astronauts were gigantic, and they had all kinds of weird stuff. Like we were thinking about doing hidden shops with different items and large jungle areas where you could battle bosses with to gain advantages, or we even fiddled with the idea of upgrading your base and getting bigger creeps, and you had to grind to go outside the normal combat area to get little points to upgrade your base.
That's cool.
In the end, we decided that it made the game way too complex and it was trying to be 10 things at a time.
Yeah.
But I love seeing a mod that goes a bit in that direction, and I'd love to see more.
Look, the creep opens his eyes.
Oh yeah, he opens his eyes, right?
That's awesome.
Okay, so in the meanwhile, the raffle site has happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
we have 5 winners, and the winner of both a Roboscoop and a Wicked Cocoa skin is Roach Cake. And then we have 4 winners of a Wicked Cocoa skin, and those are Duraloman, Talku Crit, Epic Failure, Eric Failure, sorry.
Are you now going to sing about the last one? Because that is by far the hardest name to pronounce.
No, I'm not. I was still reading them and trying to figure it out. The last winner is Xeno1MTG.
Alright.
Xeno1MTG? No, well, anyway.
Yeah.
And Magic the Gathering.
So, but who wins the special Yoast prize is the question, of course.
Okay, so Eric Failure wins the special Yoast prize.
All right.
He gets a small song based on his name, which is The Failboat. La 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 Eric. So
I love it. That's
enjoy.
Great. Okay, you can now turn this into an MP3 and like loop it forever for yourself, like just for your enjoyment. When you wake up, just have the sweet sound of Yoast,
Yes.
bring you into the morning.
This is actually a song I sing a lot, except normally not about Eric. Just when something goes horribly wrong,
That's
I might sing about the failboat at any given time. So it wasn't a new one, but it is a Yoast original.
Damn straight.
Although it's a cover. So let's get to the next topic, Koen. Let's quit this map.
Yeah, let's go out of the map. By the way, something else I wanted to mention real quick is there's also a couple of players who've been making maps with like no cooldowns, which are hilarious and you should totally check out. Just go to the workshop, search for like Ribbit no cooldowns or something, or Starstorm no cooldowns. There's a couple of them. And enjoy, grab a couple of friends and just enjoy being Rocco and just firing arrows literally everywhere, piercing everything. It's great.
Oh yeah, right. It's Sentry is the worst, I guess. There, right? Because his special skill is so big.
They're all pretty magical. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, right.
Genji and Scree.
Yeah, Scree can basically make like a wall. Literally just anyway.
Oh, an entire
yeah.
map is.
It's super funny.
I love it. Yes.
But we're gonna go on with more. No, not with more community news. With community news.
Yes. So Rumble Gathers.
Yeah. So
What's that, Koen? What's Rumble Gathers?
Rumble Gathers is the more like casual monthly competitive thing that Mr. Pillow and friends are doing, where you can just sign up for having a quick, nicely competitive but not too competitive match. It's not like super high stakes, but it's meant to be like more of like a starting platform for new players to get into the competitive scene.
So is it a tournament?
It's a tournament, yeah. The idea is that you just sign up. It's once a month. It's pretty fun, and and you get cast by actual casters, and you get to participate. And if you lose, that's totally fine. You can just sign up next month again. It's not like that you have to wait 6 months for people to prepare a giant tourney and then put everything in place, and then you get knocked out of the first round, and you're like, well, drat, now I can't play anymore.
That's like what the Dutch national soccer team is doing, right? They prepare for 2 years and then they lose everything and then they don't even get to the main tournament.
Can you even
it's
see
horrible.
that on television? No,
well, we're Dutch, so we're
carry on.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Another thing Pillow is doing is the Streamisho, which is going live tomorrow. Both of these are going live on twitch.tv/AwesomenautsRumble. So both Rumble Gathers, the Awesomenauts Rumble, and the Streamisho can be found on that Twitch URL when they're streaming, obviously.
So the Streamisho is a weekly thing, right?
Yeah.
So every week they pick a couple of awesome matches.
Mm-hmm.
They stream those,
Yeah.
comment on those, discuss tactics being used there.
Correct.
So yeah.
It's
awesome.
super fun. It's super fun. The chat's usually very friendly. You can also ask questions to people if you want to, but most of the time it's just really entertaining to just, see two casters, look at a cool match and be like, wow, they did something really awesome. So they had a really cool, play there.
Learn some pro tactics.
Yeah, for sure. Combined with the guides, this is like a great, combination.
So, Slow Wolf, the one and only Slow Wolf, has reached 200 episodes in his Let's Play series.
Of Awesomenauts,
200
that's
episodes.
Incredibly crazy.
200. That's like maybe even this much. Like,
I'd actually extend it to a bit further outside of the screen, because I've seen Slow Wolf record, and of course not every match that you play is a recording, right? Because if it goes really badly, or if something goes wrong, or whatever, or your mic is off, or I've seen all sorts of mistakes happen, basically, then you gotta start again. It's gonna be for the next match, or do a supercuts video. But this man has created 200 videos of Awesomenauts and has actually pulled through, and all of them are really fun to watch. There are a couple that are a bit offbeat. He has a lot of regular content where he does streaming style. Okay, I'm gonna play now. I'm gonna play this character, and he explains what it is that he's doing. But he also had a couple of.
Sorry.
While Robin is watching YouTube videos of Slow Wolf, but he's also doing a super cutsy thing. So he kind of makes a joke out of it and puts all the fails next to each other or something. They're super interesting. So yeah, congratulations. Yeah, exactly.
And thank you. Yes.
It's been amazing. It's really been amazing to have Slow Wolf on our side and helping us with just promoting Awesomenauts and doing a lot of stuff for it. I think it's incredibly cool that he's still going at it. He's been there since 2012 anyway.
Yeah. Really cool. So the next topic is tech support.
That's a great topic to talk about.
That's a really interesting topic.
So
what we're going to do is we're going to look at the 10 most boring questions people had, and then we're going to talk about them for half an hour, right?
Yeah, they'll just go through the entire FAQ and read it off one section.
Oh yeah,
that's
going to be super much fun as well.
It's riveting.
Oh, wow.
It's riveting.
Yes.
No, so
exciting.
as some of you might have already seen, we posted a topic on the general forums, I think a week ago, asking for tech support volunteers. And the reason for that being that with free-to-play coming up, there's going to be a lot of new players, enormous amount of new players, and all of these new players have potential issues, right? Because they already do.
Or just questions.
Or just questions, yeah, exactly.
So it's way too much for a small studio like ours to handle.
Yeah.
And if we put too much time on that, then we're not putting that time into improving the game.
Exactly.
So it's also just a really bad usage of our time if we spend too much time just doing tech support, answering random questions. So yeah, we asked for people to volunteer and help us with that. And we've had a lot of people
the response has
forward.
been amazing. The response has been amazing. And
a lot more than we had expected. And that's really awesome. Because that means that new players who have questions can get their questions answered much quicker.
Yeah.
Now, having volunteers help us does not mean that we don't see any of the bugs anymore, of course.
No, quite the contrary even.
Yeah,
I think we'd see more.
Yeah, indeed. If someone posts something that needs a Ronimo dev to look at it, like we need to fix it, or it's more complex and it needs an answer from one of us, then those volunteers have a direct line to us, and they can just ask us to, hey, could you have a look at this, or could you tell me what's up with this?
Exactly.
So it should streamline it and make it better.
Yeah.
And make sure that we have enough time to actually work on the game.
Exactly. And like we're closing. We've closed the volunteer. We're no longer taking any volunteers. That's what I wanted to say. Because we already have so many.
Yes.
Yeah. It's been insane. Like, honestly, thank you for being such a great group of people, and like sending us so many like requests on, I'd like to help new players out, because having done tech support myself for like 6 months already or something, I know that it's not the most, exciting of jobs. So seeing so many people like jump into this opportunity, I think like says a lot about the character of the people that are playing the game.
Yeah.
So thank you for volunteering.
Awesome.
Let's see. We have already talked about these updates.
Oh, there's one more.
There's one more.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the AMA. Yeah. Oh, man. So when 4.0 launched, we already said this, but we will be doing a Ask Me Anything on Reddit on May 18th, which will have anyone from the Ronimo team that would like to join, but it'll at least have me, it'll have Joost, and it'll have Robin in the back over there to answer any questions that you may have about either the game or about free-to-play or about what Joost's favorite song is.
What kind of socks Koen is wearing.
Probably Mitch... Oh, no, I did mention...
No, don't spoil it, don't spoil it.
It's fine, it's fine.
If they want to know, they need to ask at the AMI.
Fair. I'll add pictures if they do.
I actually want to know what Joost's favorite song is.
No, you don't. Let's go on. Robin, you can just ask it on the AMA yourself.
Yes.
Anyway, on May 18th, will it be during any particular time, Robin? Will we just announce it on Twitter and stuff?
We'll let you know.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll just be on the regular like social media channels telling you, hey, we're on Reddit, come ask us questions. And we'll be answering with like flagged accounts. So you'll know that it's us. It'll say like Ronimo_Koen or something, and it'll have like a special color.
Davey will also be joining us.
Oh, cool. Dave will be there too. So you have balanced questions that might be answered. That's pretty good. So we'll have a nicely
That's a nice can of worms.
No, I don't think so. I think it's really good that we take the time to...
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely. But I'm pretty sure that Dave will have
he'll have way more questions.
Of questions he can answer.
Oh, yeah, he will. Yeah. But that's
and
okay.
they're all difficult questions to answer, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's difficult to say in just a couple of words.
For sure.
That's going to be fun. I'm glad Davey is doing that part.
Exactly. Well, it's nice because now we'll have like a nicely rounded... group of people where everybody from a different team will have different questions that they can answer. So you'll probably, we'll try to answer as many as we can. We'll do for, an hour or so. And, we hope to see you there to, see your questions just flood in.
Yeah. Cool. You can also, if you have very particular questions about a specific kind of part of game development, like maybe you want to ask Koen how animation works.
Sure. I love those questions.
You want to ask something about how games are programmed, things like that. Go ahead. Anything.
Yeah. We'll be sure to give you a proper answer to each of them. All right.
Well, depends on how many questions we get.
Possible.
It's fine. We'll do our best.
Yeah, exactly.
You might get silly answers as well.
Yeah, for sure. Well, probably. It's Ronimo after all, I mean. Okay. So that's everything for the talkie bit. I think. Let's play some.
a game.
Let's play video games. Let's play video games. Do you want to play?
Do I want to play? Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Because it's kind of hard with the table thing on my part.
Well, for you it's hard with the table thing. For me it's hard because I'm just not very good at awesome mods.
No, that's not true. You should play Coco. Hell, you can
Oh,
play.
Ghosts invite you.
You can also play versus bots if you want to with a newly added feature and just matchmake against bots even.
Okay, apparently we're matchmaking with Holios and who else?
So this is two premates. The internet is trying to tell you which of the two they are, except they're not.
It's surprising. I've never seen this take so long. Anyway,
So-
next matchmaking round in 30 seconds. So that's actually a nice timing.
It's so what are you gonna plan to play? You're gonna play Coco probably.
Or Clunk.
Oh yeah, you're a good Clunk player.
I'll
too.
well good. I don't know whether I'm a good Clunk player, but I'm a regular Clunk player.
Fair enough.
So what I often do is play support Clunk, which is a stupid idea, but what I often do is buy slow on explode as one of my first upgrades,
Okay.
and then try to help my teammates get kills by keeping enemies near to them.
Right.
But it really depends on what we're playing against. Then again, these guys are probably much better at awesome nuts than I am, which means that I'm getting matched above my level, which is going to be hilarious to watch.
It'll be fine. Holios is great.
Okay, I'm not playing Clunk apparently, because Holios already selected
Then
Clunk.
you're playing Coco.
Then I'm playing
So
Coco.
what is your favorite type of Coco? I activated a free to play account myself, and I started playing a bit to experience how it goes basically. And I'm usually a Raylan main, so I play Raylan a lot. Like in my 800 something hours, I've played Raylan pretty much all the time. But with this new account, of course, I've tried to avoid this, and I found that I really, really enjoy Coco. Like, she's super versatile. She's really fast. Especially if you buy like the speed upgrades on the hoverboard, and she can displace enemies really, really well. Like if you're playing against, if you use knockback ball, like the way I play it is I buy knockback ball early and I buy lifesteal on auto attack early, because you can get both upgrades if you piggy bank and you just like get all of the solar in the solar drop. And then I have the ability to like displace enemies really, really early, which means that if there's like a Leon or something who's like coming from behind the turret and tries to get you, and you get a Coco Ball that detonates behind him, he's inside of your turret instead, and you get an easy kill. And I've had so much fun with her. Like, it's crazy.
Well, I've mostly used that for like if it's a team that's just too tightly knitted, they're constantly standing on top of each other.
Yeah.
Or like maybe there's a Voltar who's constantly behind his teammates, and it's really difficult to get past him. Let's see who we're playing against. Okay, we have a Gnaw. We're playing against a Gnaw. That means that I'm getting Medican right away. Regen. Gnaw has poison. He has damage over time, and regen is really useful against that.
Especially in the early game. Gnaw's poison, he can upgrade this poison, of course, right? So Gnaw's poison, as the game progresses, will actually out damage over time your regen. But at first, you've basically nullified his poison right now. If he were to try to, just spit poison on you and then expect to kill you, that would not be the case. So that's really good.
So another thing is that we're playing against a Scoop.
Yep.
That means that I might buy Baby Kuri Mammoth, because Baby Kuri Mammoth is very useful against his sword snare on the hammer.
Oh, okay.
Now, I can totally imagine that everything I'm saying is either super obvious or pro players have something better. But
this is your way of playing, right?
Yeah, it's my way of playing, and I'm not a pro player myself. And but for a beginning player, these kinds of considerations are super useful.
I agree.
To know a little bit about what you can counter with what.
That's a nice ball.
So yeah.
And how does the Lone Star tie into all of this, you think? I mean,
the enemy
Scoop,
Lone Star?
Yeah, so the Scoop is obviously like he's pretty beefy, and he can stand there for a long while, and he can snare you. There's a Gnaw who can he can bite you, and he can cause damage over time, which you've already like counteracted, right? By buying the regen. So how do you think the Lone Star is going to tie into this game?
Well, Lone Star is always really useful at pushing, so I guess that means that they'll have a pretty strong push.
Okay.
I don't know how I would particularly counter a Lone Star with a Coco, though.
No, that's fair. Well,
what would be a counter?
I don't think there'd be a counter per se, but I think you can expect transfusion grenades, which is an upgrade that Lone Star has grenades.
That's
right?
that's damage over time for Lone Star, right? It's fire damage.
Actually, it's heal. Yeah, he
it's
steals life.
Oh yeah, right. It's his self heal. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There is a damage over time upgrade, right?
There is, yes, correct.
It's just not called transfusion gem, right?
No, it's not called transfusion grenades. I can't remember what it's called. It's the one that used to be like that turned his grenades into mines, I believe. That is now damage over time. Which was a pretty great upgrade, I might add. If you, on the Xbox 360, like on the really early versions of Astronauts, Lone Star had an upgrade that just had his grenades fall on the floor and lie there until someone hit them, which was really fun.
It was also pretty horrible if the enemy team had both a Yuri
and
mine and a Lone Star mine.
Yeah, that was pretty
basically disabled half the map.
Yep.
So that wasn't...
And the bounce was also like as high as you could throw it, so you could stand on the left creep area, in Sirona specifically even, and like throw dynamite, and it would just like bounce through the entire level, and then end up in the enemy team's creep area to kill the creeps there and heal you all the way on the other side.
Yeah, I remember in pre-release balance, it was useful to stand at the top of Sirona and just throw bouncy grenades all the time. We changed balance, so that's not useful anymore, but it was at the time.
Yeah, exactly. There's a raffle tight. It has been done. Raffle tight!
Raffle tight!
That hurts, yeah.
And this time...
Yes, I know.
I'm wearing headphones.
It's fine.
Oh, nice.
Turn him down, man!
I'm killing Robin here, which is bonus points for me.
As Joost is playing, I'm going to write them off. This is for the Bumble Gnaw skin, which is the best Gnaw skin in the game.
It's also the worst skin in the game in general.
It's the greatest skin in the game.
It's the worst skin.
So,
so as you can see, we disagree on this one.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm right.
So, the 4 winners who get a Bumble Gnaw skin are Lance Drago, Hans Rubix, Archibald, and Jammer X2. Congratulations on winning the skin itself. And then Super XZX, which is an amazing name to do a song about, has won both the Bumble Gnaw skin and a Roboscoop. So congratulations.
Congratulations. So the winner of the Joost sings a little song about your name, or maybe that's not a winner but a loser. Well, that depends on your
it's
opinion
a winner.
on my
It's for sure
singing,
a winner.
I suppose. Is Archibald, and the little song goes like this. Archibald, Archibald, Archibald. Why aren't you called Archibald? Because then you could build an arch. Okay.
Oh, man,
Robin is throwing things at me right now.
Alright, congratulations. Yay! This Lone Star is also using the gold Lone Star skin, by the way, which is really awesome.
How do you get it?
I can't remember, you gotta tell me. There is a beautiful image that Ralph made which explains to you exactly how to get it, which Robin will now look up hastily while being panicked on the forum somewhere and link to everyone in chat. But depending on, let's see, when you bought the game, I believe, and which expansions you bought, you either do or do not get the Golden Lone Star skin. It's awesome.
You get Golden Lone Star if you have the All Nods pack, and you get the All
that's
Nods
it.
pack if you own both Starstorm and Overdrive.
Right. Joost is right, obviously. Everybody knows this. Let's see. Okay, so what's it?
I cannot find it.
That's please.
Okay, so
6 minutes in.
Yeah, my usual Coco build doesn't really work against players who are better than me because I need to play very careful against. I usually play pretty aggressively.
Okay.
But that doesn't really work against a team that really jumps onto me as a group because Coco can basically be one shot if everyone shoots at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. She's pretty squishy, especially in the start.
What I would normally do against players of my own skill level is get stuff to do to push the turret all the time. So I'm constantly looking on the map like when is a good when there's a short amount of time where I can hit a turret, then I'll also always go for it and buy things like health and direct auto attack damage.
Okay.
And speed so that I can get away quickly.
Yeah.
But against people like this, I won't be able to get away quickly enough. So instead, I'm kind of buying the chicken build, which is to just have Cokeball and stay at a distance all the time.
So you're gonna buy damage into ball then, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Are you gonna get a cooldown reduction?
I already did.
Oh, you did. Okay, good.
That's the
I wasn't
first thing
looking
I got.
at your grades.
So that's kind of my doom. The way I like Coco a lot, but the way I like playing her, I'm not. Doesn't work against good, pro players. So either I'm not good enough at that tactic, or it's just not a valid tactic against good players. I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah.
As you can see already, by the way, the Lone Star just demonstrated his transfusion grenades by throwing them at droids and healing himself. So he's definitely out there.
So a serious issue this match so far is that we've had relatively little map control. On Serona in particular, it's important that you're in control of this little area in the center.
Yep.
Because if you have that area, then your teammates can get solar from the worm at the bottom, because they'll be relatively safe.
Correct.
And another reason is that from this area, like if Gnaw has his plants here, then he can have the plants shoot at the droids that go over it, and it can be pretty difficult to jump in there and just hope that there aren't 4 plants who almost instantly kill you.
Yeah.
They take it even further by trying to control the top area.
Oh shit!
And by killing me. So by controlling the top area, they also control our healing source. So we need to get that area back. So they're really strong on the map control at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. And this was actually worse in the earlier Seronas, where the bottom bit, the hide area bit, was like closed off on the sides, I believe, or couldn't be hit from the bottom. So you couldn't like tease out the enemy team. You had to actually jump in there first, figure out whether or not you'd immediately be killed, and then get in with your team if you had a chance. Well, right now, because it's a glass platform, you can actually go from the bottom lane and just throw in a couple Cocoballs or whatever to, harass the enemy team that's probably parked there and camping pretty happily. We've come a pretty far way when you think about it. Like, Serona used to be longer than this. And
oh yeah, right. It's quite a bit.
And has had a couple tweaks. Like this is gone for the majority of the maps, right? We've looked at almost all of them. Yeah, that scoop's gonna be really scary. Holy Ghost tried to protect you though. You're not that far behind on levels. You might be. You're probably a bit solar starved, I assume, because of the kill death thing.
Yeah, I should remember not to join invites on stream, because I'm always invited by people who are above my level.
Fair. Okay, so this is the final damage upgrade for Cokeball, I believe.
And I might as well get Piggy Bank, because this is not going to be a super long match anyway. Or if it is, then it's because we turn it somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
But right now, not buying Piggy Bank is pretty much a waste.
That makes sense. Oh man, that scoop is going deep. He just wants to commit. He wants to win.
Oh, really?
I know, right? In a competitive multiplayer game.
Yeah, well, where did he get those ideas? Whoever tries to win. Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Koen, why am I jumping into Gnaw's spit all the time?
Yeah, I do this too, actually.
Nice colors.
Ooh, blue! I like that. Let's get into it. Let's see what happens when I touch this blue thing. Oh, I die again. That's kind of how it works, right?
Well, it's good that because of your regen, you're now going to survive this.
Am I?
Yeah.
Ah, that was close.
It would have been close, yeah, because he upgraded his spit damage probably, or because of this level's dealing more spit damage. But either way, especially in the beginning, Gnaw's poison turns trivial once you buy double regen, but it's late in the game he just upgrades the crap out of it and just murders you. Oh, Holy Ghost, you can do this. Live. It's too bad that you missed the Lone Star. Otherwise, there would have been a chance for our little scree there. Have you played? Do you still play like regular matchmaking all the time?
Oh yeah, I
When
only
you play?
play. I only play regular matchmaking. I usually play together with Maarten and Dennis, two other programmers at Ronimo,
Oh, okay.
and then
Yeah.
we do a pre-mate and then we do matchmaking.
Yeah.
And
that
then
makes sense.
Maarten carries us because he's better than Dennis and me. And then occasionally I play a match on my own to stay ahead of Dennis. It's
Fair
kind
enough.
of a personal thing for me that I need to be above Dennis in the leaderboards.
Oh, really? So
Yes.
you're still. So you're actually.
Which doesn't work if you always play with Dennis because we
Yeah, because
move
then you.
the same way,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Don't tell him though.
Well,
Now he knows shit. Okay,
Oh,
so you don't actually you don't play coop versus bots very often.
no, I don't play co-op for spots.
I actually found myself enjoying that a lot more than I thought I would. It's like a really thing is, I really like Ostronauts, and when I play to win, which is a good thing and a bad thing all at once, because if you start losing a lot, it's a really frustrating experience, right? But once you're in that mode, playing like one game of coop versus bots is actually really good for like your temper. For my
right.
for me personally anyway, because like you'll probably win. The bots aren't amazing or anything, and it's just pretty chill. It's like a chill version of Ostronauts where you can just talk to people, have some music on, just relax, and you don't have to think all that hard about what kind of upgrades the enemy team is getting or whatever. I know. I thought that was. I was pretty surprised by myself that like I could really like get into that so much. I thought I would just think, oh, these are robots, whatever, man. But it's
But it's also I think it's similar to someone recently told me that he loved modding being added because he could just have it's like an excuse to play in a more relaxed way. Like, okay, I'm playing this crazy mod and the map is weird and that's fine because then I don't need to be so stressed out over playing
yeah.
my best match every time.
that
So,
makes sense.
but coop versus bots has a similar effect I think. And it's great for new players.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a really good introduction to the game itself.
Oh wow, the Ronimo live account has not been leveled much yet, I see.
We only play it on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we only
exactly.
play it on the show, right?
So this is the second time that we're playing on the Ronimo Live account.
Yeah. So really nice. I won. That's awesome.
And you got 1,250 awesome points.
Yes.
Yeah. I just
I just tell myself that I won even if I didn't, and then I'm happy.
just don't look
Everyone's
at
a
the stats. It's
winner.
fine.
Everyone's a winner. Yes. No, I'm not going to play with you again. You're too good. Yeah, we get too good, and
Just
our
say
enemies are too good.
thanks. I'll
Oh.
leave and not just go.
Thanks. I'll leave.
All right.
So thank you for carrying me, and I'm sorry for doing the opposite.
That's fair enough. So do we have time for another game?
Sure. There's at least another 5 minutes on the raffle timer.
Oh yeah, there's about 5 minutes.
Okay, so Koen, are you going to play or?
I can
do
play, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I want to play Coco now. You've
You're
convinced
going to play
me.
Coco again?
I'm gonna
No,
play
play
Coco.
something different.
All
We
right.
just had a Coco match.
But you can also just do this.
Oh yeah, right. There's a shortcut for searching, right?
Q for Q. It's
Ah.
pretty great.
So
I
which
think
of the
it's-
two Qs does it put you in?
The regular one. You
Yeah,
always just
right.
go regular Q. You can also rebind it, so it's actually just in configure controls, which I thought was really nice because at first I thought we had like put it in there. Here we go, quick match
Quick match, yes.
on Q. At first I thought we had it like just basically hard coded, so that it was always Q. It makes sense, right? The word Q is in there and stuff. Wow, this is pretty fast. Nice. Ideal experience. What?
So, not
Someone
Waylon,
else.
not Coco.
Froggy G. And I will change my drop pods to my
Dark Weaver.
favorite brand. Thanks, Robin. So, Froggy G.
So, this dropout that you just selected.
Yes.
And that's apparently your favorite dropout.
It is. It's
Who-
my favorite brand, not my favorite.
Who made it, Koen?
I made it, but I
So
didn't.
you're
not
basically a
just,
fan of your own work.
It's not. I'm not the only one who made it, though. That would be incredibly unfair. Like,
Yeah, Shai's drew it, right?
for sure. And there's been a lot of. I mean, we do everything as a team. I feel even when something isn't like directly made by you, there's so much like, talking about it and coming up with ideas and stuff that I never feel like something is like 100% mine. I always feel as if it's like everyone's had an equal part into this. I'm gonna take a look at fun. We're not gonna take a look at fun
Oh yeah, chat's
because
turned
it's
off
been
in the stream,
disabled.
yes. So
Good luck, have fun,
someone
and
there really
reteam.
enjoyed using the jump pad on the far right of the map. Because I'm pretty sure that player already knew what direction to walk in.
Yeah. And but there's plenty of time now, right? With what's
The new door, yeah, right.
exactly. You just have time to, chill and kind of look around. So I accidentally took a creep from Na, which I didn't mean to. Oh, and there's a deadlift. And a Genji. So they're not going to have a lot of push. Most of their push is going to come from the...
right. That's like 2 support nods in the team, right?
Yeah. Although Na can turn pretty friggin' pushy if he wants to. Like,
right. But I mean, Deadlift and Genji are both a bit of supporty classes.
Not as in your face anyway as the other nods would be. Yeah. Genji has a one skill that allows him to give a damage reducing bubble onto all of the nods in his range, and that includes Deadlift, who already has a shield.
Oh yeah,
making it extra scurry.
So does it also buff the? It's like a percentage extra health, right, or something like that.
The Genji shield does damage reduction.
Oh yeah, right. And so does it do damage reduction on the Deadlift shield, or is the Deadlift shield applied afterwards?
I'm assuming yes. I'm assuming it will just damage reduce the ship out of Deadlift and make him incredibly effing scary.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about that, but that would have quite a big impact on this particular match, whether it
for sure
reduces damage before it it hits the shield or after.
I want to get this Deadlift. He's gonna jump. Oh no, he's not. He's actually gonna taunt like a boss. That's good. That's good. That's how you should be playing.
Like press taunt all the time? Or Deadlift has the teleport taunt, right?
Exactly. Yeah, he teleported. That's what I mean with taunting. Sorry, Deadlift has an amazing animation done by Tim, who when he teleports, he flexes his muscles, but it can be used as a taunt to show everybody how cool you are. I think it's a really neat intended unintended side effect. People, when they do something neat, they just teleport really shortly, so they flex and then they keep going.
Yeah,
it's
right.
really fun.
It's like something that I was really surprised by in early nods, that people were waving at each other. Like if you hold your cursor above your head, then
hello.
Well, yeah, but if you hold it above your head, then it's even more like waving.
Oh, really?
Yes. But then it's like this.
I think it's awesome. So I'm going to try to push a little, but I'm watching the minimap. I'm seeing that Deadlift is coming in. I could have killed him, but I didn't know how much health he had.
Yeah, so you pressed the button before you saw the health bar.
Yeah, I just immediately I just committed to escape because I didn't want to. That was great. I jumped in this pit that I knew was there.
Yeah, you're so close to the turret. You're in a really vulnerable spot there.
I don't want to die.
Squishy character like Froggy, who has very little health.
I mean, I am the Froggy G, but I also don't have any health, so that's pretty spoopy.
Yes.
So I want to grab Solar.
So something that I'm curious about. There's a new option in the game that we have enabled here, where you'll see all the characters and their and the health of your teammates at the top of the screen. Now, yes! I assume that any pro player always has that enabled.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether everyone found it yet.
That's a good question. So the way that you find this option itself is by going to settings, and then there's an option here that's called Show Player Status Dock, which will enable or disable that option. So for those who haven't found it yet...
Let's go back to the game and kill some people.
That's fine, don't worry.
So if you haven't found it yet, you can enable it there.
You can actually enable it there, yeah.
And it adds those 6 icons at the top of the screen.
And health for your own team. So you can always see how scary or how vulnerable people are, or how...
Yeah, and how long it's going to take before people get back. Oh, no, really doesn't want that health, does he?
Yeah, I shot it once so that I could kill it with 1 kill. That's sometimes really nice, especially if you're low health. If the other player's on low health, for you to just pre-damage the creeps, so that the other players are assured of killing the creeps in one go. That way they can keep walking instead of having to stop while they're in such a precarious position.
Now, the point where that kind of thing makes a difference, you're really a pro player, I guess.
It's just nice. It also feels nice. It's like, oh, he pre-killed a creep for me, And then at some point, because this always happens, literally always, there's this, you think, oh, he's missing. It's fine. I'm just gonna wait it out. All right. There's always that moment. Fine. No, it's not fine. Where your auto attack is too strong, so you accidentally kill the creep that you wanted to give someone who has low health, and then he gets killed, and you feel bad about yourself. But at the start, it's I don't know. I think it's just a nice gesture. It's like That was great. It's one of those like non-verbal things that you can do in the game itself. I will pick up clacks. These large clocks have been updated to instead of have damage reduction, give me health. As you can see, I'm healing right now. Every time I hit a dash. So if I hit a dash, I heal myself. Easy. Not much.
It's raffle time.
It's raffle time.
Ooh, raffle tide.
All right. Go do
So
your
we
raffle.
have 5 winners. And let's see. The winner of both a Ravelord announcer
Oh, God, that's
and
such
a
good
Roboscoop is Feats Lovers.
Or feet slovers.
Feet
Yeah, I'm
lovers.
not sure.
Let's do
What's a
feet
slover?
lovers. I don't know. It's better than a feet lover. No, it's,
Okay.
no, it's
Oh, I don't know.
either is fine. Congratulations on winning the best announcer in the game.
Yes, and well, no, not the best announcer. The best announcer is, of course, the.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can.
No, it's a rockstar announcer which sings.
Oh God,
He's an even better singer than I am.
is he? How's that possible though? Oh man, this railing is going hardcore parkour.
So,
go on. The other
so
winners.
Feats Lovers, enjoy your Ravelord announcer and your Roboscoop skin. And then there are 4 winners of a Ravelord announcer, and those are Neat Peter, Crafted Nightmares, Purple Sea, and Explosive Whale Tree, or just whale or wall tree or something like that. And I see Purple Sea there, who's actually been hosting a local tournament in France, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah, thanks for that.
Dude,
awesome.
sick.
At a local.
Oh, at the bar thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
he's that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, right.
Don't kill me.
That's really cool. So
I
enjoy
like
your
my
key.
life.
Enjoy your key. And I need to sing something, but I don't really see a really good joke here. Not that any of the others were really good joke. Maybe I should say I don't see a bad
You should
enough
just
joke
grab
here.
your. Yeah, exactly. I definitely select by the worst joke you can grab.
Yeah, right. But what's worse enough? What's bad enough?
Purple sea, purple sea.
Oh well, Koen already did it. I don't need to do it anymore.
There you go.
So, Purple Sea. Enjoy your little Koen song. Koen, could you maybe extend it a little bit because that was very short.
A
God.
little goon song.
I don't want to.
That
No. This wasn't the deal. At the start of the Streamisho, we did it. I just gave you an idea. You got to finish it, man. All right, I'll do it one more time, and then you finish it. Purple sea, purple sea,
I don't know how the song continues from there.
purple sea. You could just do it a million times, and then go like, yeah, or something. It's fine. Nobody cares. Anyway, congratulations, Purple Sea, and thanks for the tourneys, obviously.
So it's like. It's not a combination of 2 different Prince songs, right? It's just
No,
Purple
it's just
Rain.
Purple Rain. Yeah.
He doesn't have a sea song, does he?
No. I don't. Well, I don't. No, I don't think so.
He has a lot of songs. He might have a sea
Yeah,
song.
exactly. That's yeah. He'll probably have songs in C, but
What?
well, it's fine. Let's stop the
No,
tangent,
that's a
please.
different sea. Oh yeah, right.
Exactly. Yeah. Like the note C or
Yes.
or he probably wrote a couple at C. I mean, he's a worldly guy. He makes a lot of money. He probably went
He's
to sea
also
at some
dead,
point.
goon.
Yeah. Well,
He used to be a wealthy guy.
please. You come and sit here and you do the talking, and then we'll see how good you banter. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so in case anyone was wondering, Robin is not being angry at the camera at the viewer. He's being angry at Robin, who's sitting behind the camera.
Yeah, which is
So his pointing at the
very-
camera was not aimed at you personally,
Obviously not.
dear viewer. Although I'm
Please
sure
don't
that
go.
th-
Please don't go. I know I'm a bad frog, but I'm not that bad. I swear. Play with me in real life. 1v1 me. It's fine. No.
Oh yeah, so someone is always asking in stream to 1v1 me.
Okay.
I have no idea why someone would ask that.
Holy Ghost.
No, someone
Yeah.
else.
No. Yeah. It's Holy Ghost. He
Yeah,
wants to 1v1 you.
someone else was asking as well.
It's
Really?
always Holy Ghost.
I'm
It's
pretty
always-
sure.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Because he asked me right before the stream if he could 1v1 you. Can we 1v1 Yoast? I guess.
no.
Also, this is not... So, 1 for a 1 is not how you're supposed to play Frog. You're never supposed to die. When you go in, you're supposed to make sure that your team is with you so that they can either finish what you started or get you out when you're being a dummy like I am right now. I'm buying more cooldown on Dash just to make sure that I get more opportunities to click the wrong button and then, correct my mistake.
Yeah, and it gets you more heal as well, right? Because you
Yeah,
get
it
a
does.
heal every
Yeah,
time you
for
dash.
sure. Makes me more survivable.
So one thing we've been discussing internally lately is whether the game has too much healing or not.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And we're actually quite curious to hear your opinion on that. So if you have an opinion on that, then please do post it in the
balance section of the
in the
forums.
balance section on the forums, or discuss it here in chat. But I don't know whether Davey actually reads that or not.
I think it's easier on the forums because Twitch doesn't have a log, so you can't
it's
look
not persistent if you post it here.
exactly.
It doesn't
You
work
you
well
need
for
to
session.
watch
Yeah,
the
right.
VOD. It's terrible.
So
Just go to the forums.
So yeah, we're curious what your opinion on that is.
Yeah,
On the
exactly.
one hand, I personally like not having to go back to the shop all the time to heal.
Yep.
But then again, if you damage someone a lot but you don't actually kill them, then they might be back really quickly because there's so much opportunity to heal.
Mhm.
While if getting your health back would be more difficult, then damaging someone without killing him would be more useful. And he wouldn't be back 2 seconds later full health. So
You did.
yeah, we're curious to hear your opinion on that.
Man, I feel so sad. I really feel really bad right now. It's fine. I understand why people are mad about the healing thing, or mad. Why they're wondering whether or not we have too much healing. I think on some characters we put it in as an alternative to get rid of the double upgrades, right? Like Yuri,
Yeah, like
for
the
instance.
heal on dash here, or the
Yeah.
heal on explode in Lone Star.
Yeah.
They're not characters where you would expect a heal.
But they do
Then-
it anyway.
then again,
yeah.
Having an opportunity to buy a heal adds more diversity, more possibilities to build in different directions.
Yep.
So it's interesting in that way. At the same time, having everything on every character means that the characters become more samey. So it's also nice if characters have their own niche, something they can do that most other characters can't do.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a complex topic, because at the same time it's really nice to buy that heal. It's really nice to have it when you're playing. And when I play Coco, I often buy the lifesteal.
thing. Yeah, I do too.
I
That's great.
enjoy playing with that. So despite all the arguments against it, I enjoy it. That's a very strong argument in favor of it.
Mhm. I
So
think so
yeah,
too.
it's an interesting topic.
And having more people's thoughts on this, other than just the office, is always good. It gives
right.
you the opportunity to gauge what the community thinks and kind of base a solution around that if one is necessary. I need so much health. No, Deadlift, don't do this. These distorts. I really like the distorts.
Yeah, it's something that I haven't seen a single user comment on it. I think.
No.
Have you seen it?
Well, actually, I've not the distort specifically, but I've seen a lot of oh my god, these new special effects are amazing. So
Oh yeah, right. So
indirectly, I guess.
the new special effects are for a large part distorts.
Yeah.
But also some real animation changes. I personally like it a lot because it makes Awesomenaught feel a bit more next gen and modern.
Yeah.
So it's things like heat distortion around an explosion, those kinds of things, and they've been added in 4.0 recently.
Yeah.
I like it. I like seeing those kinds of effects, but then again, I'm kind of a graphics effect idiot. I'm a graphics programmer by nature. So yeah, anything that looks like graphics programming is always something that I like.
And you also built this, right? So
Yeah, I built
in a
the technical
sense,
part, so I
it's
like my
tooting
own
your
work.
own horn, but yeah, I do agree. I think it adds a lot to the next. It adds a subtle effect that people won't immediately see, but which adds a lot to the feeling of certain shoots and whatnot. I feel.
Yeah, and it's as a graphics programmer, I just like these kinds of effects. I've played. Everybody's gone to the Rapture this weekend, which is an amazing game. It's a walking simulator. It's a story-based game where you just walk through a large environment and you listen to story parts.
Right.
I love it. And one thing that I spend a significant amount of time is just looking at the distortions through windows.
Really?
They have a lot of these windows that look like old glass, like it's thick glass and it's a bit bumped and stuff. And you can really see that, and they really modeled that into the graphics. I personally enjoyed looking at that. So yeah, I have a really weird taste when it comes to graphics and stuff.
You just stand in front of a window and you look at it for forever.
I also spend a significant amount of time trying to figure out what they were doing with bricks in walls and with detail in doors.
Was there anything specific that you saw there that you could use for Astronauts, or was it just like a nice,
No, not
Nice.
particularly to Astronauts. They have a
No,
realistic
definitely
style
not.
with a lot of just
Be
trees
free.
and plants and things like that. And realistic 3D trees are not very relevant to Astronauts, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we could have more sections in the game where you just walk for 10 minutes without anything happening. Sounds like a great idea.
Just
for
like
Astronauts.
pretty pictures everywhere, yeah. Or have
Yeah, and then you can listen to the backstory of some characters or something like that.
It would be pretty cool, honestly. It would be really cool, like, if we had infinite amount of time, an infinite amount of people, and an infinite amount of money, having, like, these nice, like, pan buys or something, where you could, like, see or interact with the backstory of a character would be pretty cool, if you'd ask me.
Yeah, right. But more world building is always awesome.
Yeah. That's
But yeah, it's a very
you see
separate
players
topic,
do
so-
this very frequently, too, like, Luxor and stuff, like the map Luxor from the contest was also, like, just... There's this, like... It automatically feels better if it adds to the existing lore rather than build something new, because it, like, fleshes out what's already there and makes stuff tangible that used to be, like, just, words, basically.
Yeah, and I've noticed that quite a lot of the mods have serious backstories. Like they've really thought about.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where this is in the Astronauts universe, and this is why it's like this. It's not just here's a multiplayer map and this is the layout.
It has cool stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I had someone
I
ask
really like
me
that.
about the Temple of Khadgar earlier this week, where there was any additional information about it.
Really?
Yeah.
The Temple of Khadgar.
Yeah, the god
Oh wait, that's
from Wraithlords.
Wraithlord, right? Yeah, yeah.
And Malicious Max. There is it's referenced in the description for Malicious Max. It's called the Blood Halls.
Oh yeah, right.
And I made that up as I was writing it. And now someone's
Don't
making
say
up
that.
about it.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's also I like it when the characters have things that connect them together, like upgrades that reference each other, that reference other characters, or things that are relevant to other characters. And we've been doing more and more of that. I really like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think, like you said, like it adds to world building as in general by instead of inventing something new, expanding what's already there, and it does a lot. Like it does a lot for the game itself, and it also adds some, like, having Deadlift and Lone Star, for instance, have this, like, this. That was a really good cocoon. Having them have, like, this revengey type thing is really cool, and having Chucho look for Ulip, like he's a time cop and he's looking for Ulip to arrest him and stuff, is really cool. And having Ulip and Ayla be tied together is really cool. And they also have, like, it also allows us to have all of these, like, unique sound effects, like special audio tidbits when people meet each other and stuff. And I think that's, like, I don't know, it just adds a lot, right? Like, yeah, this is game. That was a good game for the red team.
So we
For
won
all
again.
players.
Nice.
Yay!
Victory!
Good job. Well played. I'm sorry, Blue. I'll be a better frog next time, I swear. Because I'm pretty sure that this is pretty.
Oh, Robin, what's the time?
It is past
It's a
6.
6:15.
Quarter past 6 already.
Yeah.
Oh, so that means that was the last match of the day, and
That's right.
we'll be ending the stream in a moment.
Yeah.
So let's give a short summary of what we've seen today. So
Right.
we've revealed a new drop pod.
Let's show him again.
Let's show the drop pod again.
Alright.
Show the drop pod again, Robin.
Sorry, I have to find the button.
Okay. While Robin is looking for
There we
the
go.
button.
Yay! There it is.
So this new drop pod will be given to all founder players.
Correct.
All players who played Astronauts before
The-
3.0, right?
Before the 4.0 announcement. Yes.
Yeah, right. So those all get this drop pod for free, and it'll launch next Monday or Tuesday, depending on when 4.0.3 is ready
Yeah.
for release.
Exactly.
And that's the other announcement. 4.0.3 is coming on Monday or Tuesday.
It'll have a lot of tiny improvements, not a really big patch, but just, like, stuff we've been working on that has been suggested to us over the past couple of, like, weeks since the 4.0 release that we'd like to implement. One of them is a scoreboard improvement, right? Which is pretty big, I feel anyway.
New launcher.
New
graphics
launcher.
for the launcher. Launcher only coming up the first time instead of every time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and after that, 4.1. Well, after that, first is the free-to-play launch, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting!
In 2 weeks, we're
In 2
getting
weeks.
really, really close to like the real deal, basically.
Yes.
Which is also why a couple of times your game will update in the next couple of weeks without anything changing. So don't be afraid. It's just us preparing everything for the big moment, as it were.
Yes, for having more players on the service at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And after we go free-to-play, we'll be into the 4.1 beta
Yeah.
pretty quickly with balance tweaks. So if you have opinions on balance tweaks, please go to the forums, give them, and Davey will read them and take them into account and consider using them. Yeah, that's it, I think.
Well, let's not forget the AMA in case you have any other questions,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is
right.
coming on a date which I can't remember because it's not on the screen.
Next week on Thursday,
There we go. Thanks.
We'll
Next
do an
week
AMA.
on Thursday, May 18th. All
May
right.
18th, you'll be able to ask any questions about Awesomnauts, about us, about Ronimo Games, about game development,
Yeah.
just about Koen's socks.
Yep.
Anything that you feel is really important.
They're still secret.
And Koen's socks.
Still secret.
Yes.
And we'll try to answer as many as we can.
And you might want to join the stream next week as we might start teasing stuff
Oh.
Oh.
for not 4.0.
Oh, are we going to tease stuff in next week for the patches, for the updates after free to play? Ooh.
Spoopy.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. That's not what Hormel was saying.
Robin might or might not have confirmed more reveals next week. So be sure to check that out then.
Yes.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to sign off. We hope you have a wonderful evening or morning or afternoon. And
Goodbye.
goodbye.
Goodbye.